What's going on, guys? Dawko back again. Hope you're fantastic today, and welcome to the interview with Scott Cawthon. Okay, moving on to I'd say the highlight of your trollness. Five Nights at Freddy's 6. The game you originally planned to be a pizza simulator, an 8-bit pizza simulator, and everyone was like, okay, let's have it. And you released the whole game without anybody knowing anything for a whole year. Like, why? Just for the surprise.
Well, no, there actually was reasoning behind it. It wasn't just to be a troll, okay? And the reasoning was kind of complicated, and it was not a very fun. That was not a fun year. I mean, that was a game that was born out of necessity because I needed to kind of bring a conclusion to several events from the series. However, whenever I was in the early stages of it, and I think I'd released a very early idea that I was working on another game, but I think it was someone on Steam that just made a passing comment. It was just a passing comment. You know, nobody paid any attention to it. You know, he'd better not just start teasing a game like he always has been before. You know, because it's just not going to cut it anymore, or something like that. I don't know. It was just some passing comment, but it just made me start thinking. It's like this next game, I really can't do that. You know, I can't just do the same thing that I did before. I can't just start releasing teasers because for some reason at that time I just knew that if I went through another year of just releasing teasers, that would give everybody a lot of fatigue. Like that would fatigue people. That would wear people out, and it was going to rub people the wrong way. You know, I can't explain why I felt that way, but I just really felt that way. But at the same time, I needed to resolve a lot of issues with the story. And so those two factors combined, that's the way that I handled it the way that I did. I worked on that game for a year in secret, all the while the fan base was, you know, getting pretty agitated that, you know, I wasn't talking to them and I wasn't working on anything. But I knew that was the way that it just had to be. It had to be this way. This game could not have a lot of hype behind it because that wasn't the purpose. The purpose of it was not to make a lot of money. The purpose of it was not to build a lot of hype. It was just to resolve some plot points that people wanted to see. And so the result of that was me going into the dark for a year and then just dropping a game, and there you have it. And you know, and even on the Steam store, it's not there to draw a bunch of attention to itself. You know, it's using all the really simplest screenshots that is truly there for just people who wanted to have kind of a resolution to some of the story.
It was still a big highlight though. The surprise just, I think, blew everybody away though, to be honest. I mean, it's one of my favourite memories where I'm just, you know, being Freddy, throwing pizzas, and then the game glitches, and then you sat in a room with Scrap Baby. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was the biggest surprise ever.
Well, good. We'll see. Well, and that's exactly what it needed to be, because just like every game kind of needs to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, the way that it's approached needs to be different too. And the reason why I brought that comment was because it just kind of reminded me. It's like you can't just do the same thing that you've been doing. You can't just start releasing teasers again randomly and just expect everybody to keep caring. You know, so I knew that I had to handle it differently. And I think that I was successful with that.
Yeah.
I think it worked out well.
Yeah, it did. Specifically as well, with changing things up a little bit, you added the simulator start, so you make your own pizzeria, you put your own animatronics and designs in. I think that was a really, really cool idea. And you know, it split the game up as well, so you're not just always in an office. You have a break from being scared, and you know, you can make your own pizzeria. Simple as that.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
Awesome.